guys, welcome back. And in today's video I'm going to be talking about the equipment you need to start up a YouTube channel. So recently I started talking about creating content on YouTube for a lot of other YouTubers who actually want to venture into this and they don't know how to go about it. And I decided to start doing this because I recently clocked 1 year creating content on YouTube, and I'm like, okay, let me put up a lot of things I've got to know or my experience creating content on YouTube. So today we're going to be talking about equipment. So my last video I talked about the different niches, the most paid niches on YouTube, the most profitable niches on YouTube, so that you can know, oh, whatever thing I want to go into on YouTube, is it, how much do advertisers actually pay on these videos? So this is like a guide for you if you're considering creating content on YouTube. So let's go into the video of today. So my number one equipment, which is very important for everybody, because you need to be visible. Everyone needs to see you. Of course, YouTube is actually different from podcast or any other thing, but even if you're going to be doing maybe a video and people are not going to be seeing you, of course you're going to be editing such videos and all that, but trust me, you're going to be needing a phone or a camera. Now, I'm not going to talk so much about camera because you're just a new YouTuber or you're thinking of venturing into YouTube. So of course you can afford a camera or you already have a camera. There's no problem about that. But you need to make use of the available. What you have available with you is what you can actually use, which is your phone. A lot of young people out there now going around with an iPhone, a Samsung Galaxy phone and all that, and you bought these things, with good sum of money, So I feel like instead of going ahead to go and buy a camera again, why not just use that phone with you? You already have an iPhone 11, 12, 13, or even 14. So, and these phones actually give you almost the same quality your cameras give you, especially when you're starting from an iPhone 12 and iPhone 13. Those phones that actually give you cinematic view. A cinematic view means, for example, it blurs your background for you and it focuses on just you. If you have an iPhone 13, I think an iPhone 12 also has it. I don't have an iPhone 12, but I think they give you that cinematic view. Yes, I have one to use, but I don't know why I don't use it. I prefer this one I'm using right here. So your phone, and of course any type of phone, you might want to know what kind of phone is this going to be. I only mentioned an iPhone. Same thing with a Samsung phone. I'm not used to Android products, but I know I've seen a lot of phone reviews, and most of these phones today actually compete so well with iPhone when it comes to camera quality. So what you need to find out is, can they shoot at 4K or at 30 frames per second or at 60 frames per second? These are the most important thing you need to know. If they can shoot at 4K by 30 frames per second, perfect, or 60 frames per second, perfect, no matter the make of the phone. But because I use an iPhone, that's the one I can talk about. And I've also seen a lot of creators who don't use iPhone, and they come up with very good videos. So when you're considering a phone, consider the functionality of the phone. Is this phone going to be able to serve me? And also the memory. You need a good memory storage. In fact, if you're an iPhone user, if you're buying an iPhone, trust me, do not go below 256 gig. In fact, you even need up to 512 gig sometimes, because you're gonna have an hard drive, no problem, but sometimes you just need these things on your phone, edible on your phone, because when you go on hard drive, you have to start inserting into your computer and all that. So go for a very large memory space for whatever phone you're using. Or if you're using an Android phone that you have space for memory, please go for maybe 512 gig or 1 terabyte, something big that can contain your videos. My number two will be a tripod stand. I'm sure most TikTok creators and all that know what a tripod stand is. For me, I have different tripod stands. I have the short, I have the long, I have the one I can stand. Right now I'm sitting down. I have different types of them. I have the table type, the one you just clip on the table. The one that comes with a ring light is just facing me here. But I would advise you get a professional tripod stand. yeah, if you're starting, you know, these things are not so expensive. This is a professional tripod stand. I have another one, the cheaper ones that comes with remote. So instead of you coming to your camera and start clicking, or coming to your phone to start clicking, you know, you just want to start clicking, all of that, those ones come with remote. Of course, you can actually buy the Bluetooth remote with this normal professional tripod stand, but there are also cheaper ones that come with Bluetooth remote. So as you're sitting or anywhere you're standing and your camera is, you just, you know, set your Bluetooth to work with your phone and click the video button, and your video starts shooting. So I have a shorter one. This very one I'm using right here is a Booyah tripod stand that comes with mic and everything. Yes, there are also vloggers kits. There are vloggers kits that come with both the tripod stand, the mic, the ring lights. Those ones are very, very small, the small LED light and all that. So maybe as a young YouTuber, it's actually better you just go for a normal vloggers kit. I think I'll drop it on my screen. Look for a vloggers kit and start from there. Then when you grow bigger, you can start going for the big tripod stands, or having different tripod stands where you can view yourself from different angles from your house. If you're buying differently, like you're going to start with maybe just a tripod, then that will lead me to my next, which is your mic. You need a good mic, and I'm not talking about very cheap ones. Please go for mics that seal out noise. Immediately you use the mic, immediately a mic is plugged to your phone, the kind of mics that you know are going to seal off noise, like the filters noise out of your, what's it called? For example, there's certain things that might be happening around you. This might just help you to shield the noise from your video. So when you're going for mics, go for mics like that, not mics that as you're speaking is doing shh. So it's conflicting with what you're doing. You don't need such mic. So my next is going to be your LED light. If you're in an environment that probably you don't have so much brightness, though usually as a YouTuber, it's always advisable, somebody who is good in content creating, it's always advisable to do your videos around where there's natural light. For example, you have a window, it's always advisable to face the window so that you have natural light coming in, and so it gives you this natural look. But if you're in an enclosed place that where you do not have, maybe you're staying in some kind of room that maybe you're on the ground floor or something, it's advisable to get an LED light or a ring light. A lot of people use ring lights more, but YouTubers or content creators will tell you it's better to use an LED light with a soft box and all that. But if it's too expensive for you, you can go for just maybe 18 inches ring lights, but the best is always the 22 inches old. But if you can afford the 18 inches, there's no problem doing that. Just go ahead and get it. Personally, I have the 14 inches, I have the 22 inches, but I really do not use it because when I'm editing my videos, I try to put some effects to make it brighter. I just use the editing app, you know, to make my videos brighter. Don't mind me. Yeah, don't mind me. But of course, I'm going to be teaching you all those things, how you can get about all of that. So these are the equipment you need to have basically if you're starting up a YouTube channel. But I just quickly want to mention your background, where you're shooting from, because recently somebody asked me a question. Oh, I don't have nice background in my house. How am I going to go about creating content? And my answer to that is yes, a lot of people don't actually have nice backgrounds, but I've seen a lot of YouTubers who don't mind how their places look like. Just get a nice curtain, maybe a white curtain around your window. Sit facing that curtain and go ahead and create your content, because sometimes you'll be like, if I'm facing the sun, people are going to see what my house looks like, and my house is not so tidy. It's not a problem. So that same window, just get a white curtain, a very neat white curtain, put a flower beside it, get your little table or maybe your long tripod stand, sit that way and create your content. It's just about the frame size, like the normal frame size you're using. And of course, when you're using your frame size, I'm going to be teaching that when you're shooting video, how you place your phone when you're shooting your video. So back to what I was saying about your environment. So when you get a nice curtain, you're good. Or just paint that area of your house, in the very little area of your house you have, paint that area white. For example, this is my background now. Of course, this was how this place came. I can decide to paint the whole of this place white like in what's it called, silky white, very white color, that nobody knows what is happening in front of me, nobody knows what is happening by my side, nobody knows what is happening by both sides. Do you understand? The most important thing is the information you are giving out, not how your environment looks. In my own case, I could decorate a lot of these places, but I just said to leave it. In fact, I have a bookshelf just beside me here. In one of my videos, I allowed it to show. So I'm just trying to be dynamic. Today you see this, tomorrow you see another side, tomorrow I can decide to put frames and all that. You think I'm shooting in a different place. I actually have a very lovely place where I can shoot. But if you're in that situation whereby where you have is not so good, try and use a white curtain. Just get a white curtain. It can be different from the other curtains in your house. Make that place look like that, or you just paint the environment white. It's always advisable to use bright colors so that when your video comes out, it's looking very, very good. Another thing I would just try to add is wear very good colors on your body. I love doing black a lot because it brings out my fairness, but of course most YouTubers wear plain colors. They wear plain colors, and some of them wear dark colors like this, because when you're creating content, sometimes you could sweat, you could, and you don't wear, most of them don't actually wear maybe designers color, because they're like, I'm not advertising for these people, so there's no point doing that. Trust me, a lot of YouTubers you're going to always see them wearing plain colors. This is just to help you. You can sweat, you don't expect your sweat to be showing, because no matter how hygienic you are, when you are busy doing something, imagine your fan cannot be on, because it's going to be, yes, in as much as you have a speaker or a mic that's going to help you shield. If you're having a very noisy air condition, my air condition is on right now, but as I speak to you, I am sweating. So imagine me just doing a video and I raise my hand, and you're beginning to see sweat. Not like it's wrong sweating actually, but I'm only telling you some of the things you just need to know when you're shooting your video. So let's quickly do a summary of what we've talked about. Equipment you need your phone or your camera if you can afford it. But if you already have an iPhone, like I said, your iPhone gives you almost the same functionality of a camera, right? So my number 2 is your tripod, my number 3 is your mic, my number 4 is your LED lights. Like, these are the basic things you need to know. So subsequently, we're going to be talking about how to shoot a video. Like, how do I shoot this video in front of me right now? How did I go about shooting it? Am I going to place my phone horizontally or vertically? Which of them? Which frame size am I going to be using? What frame size does YouTube use, Facebook use, Instagram use? Because I need to also state this here, that the same content you have on YouTube, you can also post it on Facebook. And you are building your monetization requirements for Facebook. They are 2 different entities. The owner of Facebook is entirely different from the owner of YouTube. So the same content, you can actually post it on all your platforms and begin to make money. Yeah, I know a lot of people didn't know this, right? But thank God you know it today. So what do you think about this video? Has it been helpful to you? Just give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I'll be coming your way very, very, very soon to talk about how to shoot your videos. All right, guys. Bye.